one thing I've learned about going live, recording myself, doing this, etc., is that hooking this 4 up will not go as slowly as I sometimes think that it takes. Hey. I think people might find it a little astonishing how fast I can hook a 4. I think it's from practice, and then they all are just getting really, really used to it. The more they get used to it, the better they get at it, the better they get at it, the better I get at it, so on and so forth, until it's just something we do. It's super easy. What I really need to be doing is starting to hook singles, but my single wagon is not around. That is going to feel like I'm being very unproductive. That will probably happen with me hooking like teams in the morning and rehooking something else in the afternoon. Since I can do that, yeah, like I can get it done on top of getting things done. Here we go. Bailey Bird's turn. It's in that spicy ass mood. You and your daughter do not like that. I have the puppy cage set up out here so when I'm working the horses and the stall, I don't have to worry about where they are, where he is. She don't like it. There's actually a couple horses in my herd that don't do so well with change. She's number 1. There's hot tamale back over. Until I get these two fully set up. The whole point of doing this is the point that it looks easy. I would say some of the more entertaining things Is when you realize it's just a game of a million buckles. Once you figure out where those million buckles go and how tight to make them, that's the winning point. So. I do have different bridles for all the horses. The harnesses are all, they use the same harness every time too. But, that's it. They use, what are you doing? Goofball. Okay. Here. We gotta get this one. Working. I know, you never see him work. That's because you don't work with him anymore. Got Studley playing peekaboo with the gelding. The gelding playing peekaboo with the stud, I don't know. They never got along in the pasture, even when they were both stud colts. So I never got to, like, I did work them together on occasion, but, I would like them to be shown together. They're a pretty cool hitch, like that. And their bridle, their throat latch. Don't have that too tight. Don't have their noseband too tight. And curb chain, not too tight. Check up. Snap on. Check up. Sorry, babe. That made a mess. Okay, step on. Easy. like it's all bundled up under the back. All right, time for the other teams. So I go this one, just gotta set this up. Thursday, we find out whether or not this mare is pregnant. Let's all hope and pray she is. She's gonna be my lead mare this year, probably my cart mare this year. She's got big shoes to fill. Hopefully not too much for her, but I think she's got it. I think she's got it. Ellie, be more pleasant. Could you, ain't you? If I asked you, would you please be easier to deal with? Are by far the lighter harnesses that I use. Thank God. Can't have them all be 50 pounds. They're the most adjustable by far. The back strap is really easy if I'm working with a smaller horse. So although I typically leave the same harnesses for each horse, there is the possibility of working a smaller horse, and then this is the harness I grab for it. When I'm training the 2-year-olds, this is the harness to use. Of course, there's going to be some comments about how I'm fake as hell and all this other stuff, so obviously I don't train my own horses, but it's true. I train them. You say that like you know what you would wear if you were me. Okay. Ready? I do have underwear in my Amazon wish list, along with a bunch of other things to help with the farm, etc., etc. So, if you think that's true, there's more. Okie dokie. Next. Grab right here. So, Raina, 8-year-old lead mare, Baron. She's kind of gonna need like a treatment in order to ever carry again, I think. Haven't had the time to have 24 hours, 2 days in a row. Did you get there? straightened out before. This is, like I just said, it's always fascinating to me. So it take me 20 minutes to get 4 horses harnessed. 2 of them bridled and hooked up. Over. So get the other 2 going. There you go. Good girl. Ellie does a little bit more of what Ellie wants to do. It's a little annoying. That's okay. No big deal. Yeah, that's your teammate. She's a pain in the ass. Right? You're a little bit more rude. Just rude. That's what happened. What are you doing, Toe Striker? Okay. You're gonna be awful about this, and I can tell. So what we're gonna do, I was doing this before, she'd gotten over it. Now we're gonna go back to it. You can actually just take the bit off. So it's the 3rd on each one. And what I'll do is I'll set the bridle on her head, then set the bit going into her mouth. When she goes to pull up, we'll actually just set it into her head already. So, it's not ideal, but it works. Right? Not ideal, but it works. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to bridle a horse. And sometimes if it's just as fast, or in this case it's faster to do it all apart than it is to fight with her, try to find a bucket to stand on, etc., I'll just do it this way. People will give me hell because my horses don't all lower their heads and bridle perfectly. I think a little bit of them are sick of it, but might just use my mare, my big mare tomorrow to do little rides with minions that need to get worked instead of the main hitch. I think the main hitch is kind of giving me a salty attitude tonight that they're over this. Aren't ya? You guys are like, Jesus Christ, what are we training for? And I'm like, show season, motherfuckers. I think we are like 40 days away from the first show. I only go to shows that are in local fairgrounds, which is so terrifying to think of that, like, summer is just barely getting here, to think of, like, fair season, which is then basically the end of summer. I don't really know how to ruin summer. I tell you what, stop. It's rude. Stop it. You're being so pushy. I get it. But you know me, I don't want to rush bridling you. There was getting rubs because of her funky shaped head with her bridle, so we had to make sure that was different. We exchanged it for the one that was on the stud, and then I just made sure that these are up enough for her petite little ears and bulging forehead. You're a very intriguing built mare, aren't ya? we go. Now it's time to set lines. Got the 4 up. These lines are super long. This live is making me realize how messy my hair is right now. Pretty cool summer so far, so it's kind of awesome that there's no bugs out tonight. That's for damn sure. I'm staying nice and breezy. Alright, now that these two are strapped here and here, we have a little cheater put here. Back up here. Then I've got to run their lines back through the other team of horses. So, take the line, this line. Hopefully I don't screw this part up. That would be the messiest. This is how you communicate with them. It's insane. You have like thousands and thousands of pounds of horses, and the only way to communicate with them is lines. Which you have to do in this super dangerous spot right here. Hope they don't react. Shouldn't slap your lines on your horses just off the fact that you gotta not train them to react when they get slapped with some harness pieces. It happens. Not always ideal, but all right. The next part, where did I put that evener? So you attach the evener to this yoke. Currently you have a way of stopping them. You always communicate by getting their lines together first. Just whack myself in the nose with that. Alright. And then this heavy bastard goes this way. Try not to yank on anyone's faces while I do this. Hold it behind. And then of course you have to lock this in place. Safety first. Everything on this wagon is covered in freaking dirt. The whole world's covered in pollen right now. It's disgusting. Okay, next I'm going to want to make sure my actual lines are run all the way back, because like this one, on Hames, pull it back. And we'll do the other side as well. Make sure it's nice and straight. runs flat back, but all I have left is to attach the traces of the lead team, and I am ready to go. I did attempt to get some video of the horses going today in their rigs. So what we're gonna do, it's a fun game to play. Back up. You gotta step in, babe. Come on, step in. There you go. Back up. Okay, you can come back though. There you go. Make sure those get alley-ooped. Alley-whooped. One, two, three. There. Then I just have to do the other side. Maybe I'll have time to do a little Q&A before I hit the road. It's always really good for them to learn to just stand here and not do anything. When we're at the shows, there's a lot of hurry up and wait, a lot of standby. 3, 2, 3. We gotta work on a lot of standbys for everything out here as well. So there they are, buckled, ready. Team is gonna go. So small Clydesdale farm hitch up in Vermont, run off of my OnlyFans page, but also a lot of hard work, sweat and tears. Thanks for anybody who's giving a follow, starting to follow the page. If you don't love this, you can love that. And I just like to show off all the hard work that goes behind the scenes. I don't know if any of you guys ever go to county fairs, but if you ever go to county fairs, this is what's behind the scenes. Frankly, I think more people have more friends that help out, but that's another story. Clearly, this isn't the kind of person who has a lot of friends. Ellie's like not really sure why we gotta go do this, but links are in the bio to my Instagram. There's an Instagram more about me. There's an Instagram more about them. And there's other information there as well. Kai, come here. Come on, in. Ready to go. So if you guys, like I said, thanks for the likes, thanks for the follows, the comments, everything else. Be sure to give a follow if you want to keep up with the horses, and I will hopefully get a few videos of them out driving tonight.